Wanyoro Denise. I'm one of the foot soldiers and the mobilizers of National Unity Platform in the Bugisu sub-region, and in particular Bulambuli District. I hail from a district that has presented a candidate for Deputy Speaker, and Mbale City has presented a candidate for speakership. Well, my opinion is one, we need to exercise what we call democracy. We are living in a country where democracy prevails. Recently, we saw two people coming up from Bugisu sub-region. One from Bulambuli, that's Honorable Biara Emmanuel Wepukuru, and we had Honorable Lydia Mutende from Mbale City Woman MP. They have expressed their interest to contest for the most top jobs in Parliament. We know very well the Speaker is the head of the legislature as the arm of the government, one of the arms of government. And Article 82 of the Constitution of Uganda clearly states that the Deputy and the Speaker of Parliament shall be elected by the members of the Parliament, not SEC. I've just seen some members of the public misrepresenting or misguiding people on the issue of Speaker and Deputy Speaker. NRM's SEC is a body that is supposed to be consulted on, given the fact that they have majority of the members of Parliament. They are supposed to be consulted on, and whatever decision that SEC takes, it is an opinion of SEC. It is the reason why we have members of Parliament from the opposition contesting for Speaker and Deputy Speaker. You saw what happened in the 11th Parliament. Honorable Semujunganda contested as a Speaker, and he got 15 votes. If it was a resolution of SEC, then Semuju wouldn't have contested. To me, I feel it would be bad for members of the public to be misrepresented or give false, or some members to give falsehoods that SEC is the deciding body that chooses the Speaker of Parliament. It's not true. So to me, as Mama Saba in particular, I am glad that we have got representatives from Bugisu. And I would really wish that for the first time, Bugisu would really embrace their own. If we have someone who has come, it is not easy. That Parliament has over 519 or something members of Parliament. But if someone comes out and shows interest and shows ambition and says, I'm really willing to lead the August House. We have over 25 members of Parliament from Bugisu, and Eastern at large, we have a big number of members of Parliament. So I would wish that as Eastern Uganda, I am not going to downplay the role of the Right Honorable Anita Among. She has really legislated well the 11th Parliament. But there is nowhere where it's written that you are supposed to lead Parliament for the second time. It's nowhere in the Constitution. It gives room for all members of Parliament to contest. So this syndrome that you are supposed to get the second Chisanja after the ruling Parliament is nowhere. It's nowhere. Then too, we all appreciate her works and the works of the Honorable Thomas Tayewa. These people should be promoted. Actually, me, I would wish to see the Vice President being given to Honorable Anita Among, because that's the second biggest position. She has really worked well. And let us have other legislators. We have Honorable Lydia Mutende. She's one of the best lawyers we've seen around. She's a very good orator. I am not being partisan. I'm speaking my mind. I am a member of the opposition, but I'm giving my opinion as a resource. I feel we should unite as Bugisu first and table one person for Deputy Speaker and Speaker. This is going to be a bargaining power. When you go on a round table and sit, you start bargaining. Now, Museveni will look at our interests. What are your interests as Vamasava? What are your interests as people of the North? Already people in the North have tabled Norbert Mao. Now, I anticipate Since Eastern, we are going to have Hon.Wanyoto Lydia Mutende. We have Honorable Anita Mo. We now have Honorable Biara Emmanuel. Three are coming from the East. I expect Kadaga and Honorable Kadaga, the former speaker, and this Baganza, who? Namuganza, the woman MP for Namutumba, for Busiki County in Namutumba District. Those two are supposed to mobilize for the East. We are going to have Norbert Mao coming from the North, and I expect members of Parliament from the North and West Nile to mobilize for Honorable Mao. Central is purely predominantly NUP. So we expect it being a neutral ground. They are going to support a member of army, they are going to support an MP who will contest for opposition, for speaker and opposition to come from Central. So members of Parliament of NUP from Central and parts of Ushoga will support a speaker of Parliament coming from the opposition. And Western is open. So we feel Western is going to be a deciding powerhouse on who should be the Speaker of Parliament. Because if Eastern has contestants, Northern has a contestant, Central is opposition, and Western has no contestant, apart from Thomas Tayewa, who is the Deputy Speaker coming back. We feel we need to have that kind of democracy, we need to have that kind of competition, so that we see the best person winning. In 1996, we had the Speaker of Parliament, by then was our own, Right Honorable James Wapahabulu. He led Parliament for strictly 2 years. And after 1998, we had the Right Honorable former Speaker of Parliament, Francis Ayumi, who led the Parliament up to 2020, to 2001. Those were strictly 2 years. We did not see any syndrome of saying, James should come back for the second Kisanja. Then if it was so, then we would see him lead Parliament from 2001 to 2006. 2001, we had the Great Honorable Edward Second from 2001 to 2006. And the reason why Second came back for the second term of office is because government had transitioned into a multi-party system. We were having a multi-party system. We had many parties coming up in 2006. So he was asked to drive Parliament for the second term. That's where we saw him being deputized by Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, and he bounces back in 2011. So there is no permanent law or rule that says Honorable Anita Among should run as a speaker for the second term. Indeed, if he has worked well, let him be promoted to another class. And we have other people come on board to serve. To me, I am really very disappointed by our own Ramasava. If we cannot support our own, how do you expect people from the West to support you? If you're already divided, you've seen our own people, especially those in the NRM, being guided. They have been bought off. They have been given money to come and speak. Someone was saying, I heard the chairman NRM Mbale District, Mr. Wambogo, saying that it is SEC that elects a member of Parliament. That is very wrong. I don't know where he studied it from. The law is very clear. Let him go and read Article 82 of the Parliament, Article 82 of the Constitution. It says the Speaker and Deputy Speaker shall be elected by members of Parliament. The SEC can only be consulted on because they have the majority of the members of Parliament. That is NRM. But they don't decide. And to me, I feel Honorable Norbert Mao is their own because he's going to contest as an NRM leaning. That's what I know. Now they have a lot of issues to handle. If you're having Norbert Mao, your own, who has signed a memorandum of understanding with NRM, what are we going to see? I am anticipating President Museveni not being in Parliament on that day. May is not far because he has a lot of interest. He cannot downplay the interest of Anita. He will not downplay the interest of Mao. Now that one becomes an advantage to us Bamasaba. If we can bring our own and have 25 uh, votes from Bugisu, we add on from Sedei, we go and lobby from Busoga and Bukedi. Even if we leave Teso, we shall emerge victorious. We can have a speaker from here, and it's very possible. We need to have a cake shared equally. I finally say Anita has been a very good leader, and I really tremendously support her to become the vice president of this country. Let these other people come in. Let's have members of parliament, leaders from Bugisu. Let our own Biara Emmanuel Puhuru be the deputy speaker of parliament. I want to see Honorable Tayoba become the first prime minister in charge of what? In charge of East African affairs, coming from the West. That's a promotion. You've been a deputy speaker. Let us see Honorable Biara Emmanuel become our deputy speaker. Let us see Norbert Mao bounce back as a minister for justice and constitutional affairs, because they have really worked well. And let us see the rest of the members of parliament. We've always talked about a coalition government. So there is no way we can really shield out Bugisu. Bugisu has suffered. Last term of office, colleagues, we only had two ministers in Bugisu sub-region. We had the former MP for Manafa and woman MP for Manafa and the minister for Karamoja Affairs, that is Kitutu. Then we had Agnes Nandutu. Because of the Mabati saga, they were dropped. We remained with a very big vacuum as Bugisu. So what do? Can we have President Museveni appreciating Bugisu? Let him appreciate what Bugisu have given on the silver plate. I thank you so much.